Holy fuck. Hey, in this case, I can actually use the setup phase to keep doing some setup. There we go. Give it a couple of minutes. As we do. I was looking through the Twitch interface to try to remind myself of how many hours per period you need to stream to achieve partner status, and didn't find it in my cursory amount of searching, but my point is there's a non-zero chance I might go to like most weekdays streaming schedule. They could possibly stick to 3 hours, but maybe try to do 2 games per session, so like roughly an hour and a half-ish of a game at a time. Just do that, like, I don't know, 4 maybe days a week. There's possibilities, don't know yet. Oh wait, go back. Repeat 1. There we go. That is good. For those who may be viewing the recording, always says, I want you to know I was afraid I accidentally left not safe for work content on, but thankfully it toggles to safe for work automatically when starting multiplayer. This fear hit me because the start of the story looks like some sort of furry porn out of context. Well, yeah, it really does. Yeah, I can't lie. This is all about all we are is a couple of guys with just our scales, and who knows what we're gonna do. Yeah. I've got a pack of hot dogs and a tape measure. Let's go. And the Death Road to Canada soundtrack is really good. And I hope you agree, because that's what we're going to be hearing during the AI Dungeon. I pretty much just loaded that soundtrack up, so yeah, fuck it, that works. Yeah, that's right about 5 minutes. Yep, let's start with this. Alright, so at this point, I think most of my viewers know what AI Dungeon is. It is It is an AI doing its best to make a very open-ended, text-based adventure. Usually gets very confused. That's fine, we love it anyway. And it it has a quote multiplayer unquote functionality, which is it used to be, oh dear, called Helium. It used to be like subscriber only or something like that, but it's now just publicly accessible, so we figured we'd give it a try. It's even more nonsense than vroom, vroom, vroom. I turned into a motorcycle in the middle of that sentence. It's something. There's really only so much I can do to warn you what to expect out of this, so I think we should just go ahead and start embarrassing ourselves. So, alright, here we go. Ollie is the, like, starter slash hosts. I don't really know exactly how the relationship works in this session. Ollie the Kobold and Temric the Half Dragon are a pair of scaly guys. Who knows what they're gonna do? You are Ollie. Okay, good. Like our first attempt, it didn't know who you was as compared to, like, Isaac. Okay, so you are Ollie. Ollie, you look like a scaly guy who is shorter than the average one. You're a kobold. Scaly guys tend to be small. You have a big sword. That tends to be useful, I guess. Temric is a much taller scaly guy with wings and a robot dinosaur. You are a kobold. Scaly guys tend to be small. You have a crossbow. You like to use it sometimes. The robot dinosaur is called Helium. No, it isn't, but okay. Alright, so... Dude, okay, where do we go with this? I hope we're not robbing a bank again. You have any ideas, Ollie? Because, like, I'm stream braiding already. I don't know where to take this. This is a good one. What's this one called? Or under the floor. No, we're not robbing a bank again, you say to Temric. I hope we are. You go to sleep. You hope you get hungry and wake up. Temric can't get to sleep because he keeps thinking about robbing banks. You decide to tell him a story to keep him occupied until he falls asleep. Once there was a wizard called O'Neill, you mean? Tell me a story, Ollie. Dude, I'm really digging on this music right now. O'Neill had so many basketball spells, Ollie would... It was hard to keep up, Ollie would add. But he could do anything with his basketball spells. His basketball spells could do anything. Make pasta. This pasta could make you smarter. Pasta could make people fall in love. This pasta could make... Wait, how does pasta do that? Who's up? B-ball wizard? There has to be a twist. I do not apologize for that. The pasta made people fall in love with him. Surely it could have turned them into zombies first. He was friends with a zombie. He loved that zombie. He married that zombie. It got it kicked out of basketball forever. Zombie, tell me about the time the story's getting more and more complicated. You hope Helium doesn't ask for too much detail. Helium is already fallen asleep. Lucky bastard. Why did pasta make people love it? People just really like it. You're a kobold. Scaly guys tend to be small. You have a big sword. That tends to be useful. Wait. What can you use? Never mind. We're too small, you say. Yeah, I'm not robbing that bank, says Helium. Someone says, wait, how can you use... Never mind. I'm not gonna get that one, you say. He's not gonna get that one, you say. I'm too small to rob a bank, says Helium. I don't remember making Helium talk so much. Let's just go home. You look at the big sword you have. This is such a wonderful narrative train wreck. Like, so many words just amounting to nothing. I'm gonna cut the bank in half, you scream. Stop, 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 you hear a voice yell. You can't use that sword on the bank. The tellers will call the guards and we'll get caught, says another. Wait, who the hell else is in here? I've already been seeing you. What the fuck, AI Dungeon? I think sometimes you need to, like, give it a second to say other things if it, like, starts, if it, like, adds a starting quote but doesn't close the quote. I think it needs more time to figure out its thoughts. Right now, it's not doing much figuring out at all. Walk into the bank and slowly walk towards the counter. A guard stands there with his gun ready. I don't know, how many people does it take to run a bank anyway, you say? You hear a familiar voice yell, stop, you can't just go around taking people's money. What the fuck are you doing, AI Dungeon? And yeah, the server appears to have died. Could be a pretty short AI Dungeon stream. Boy, this AI has a long way to go. Alright, here we go. It worked. What kind of criminal are you? It's the mayor, and he's with the bank manager. What are they doing? Who is talking? I'm gonna hit enter and just let it figure itself out for a second. The name's O'Neill. Oh, he's real! I'm an outlaw, and you're the mayor, you ask? What the fuck? Yo, I'm the bank manager. I run this place. The mayor of the bank. You think a bank can't run without a manager? I'm the one who knows the secrets to making the bank safer. Why do you think I've been working so hard? AI Dungeon, you're pissing me off. Please close these dialogue quotes so we can do stuff. I'm leaving, this is stupid, you say. You're nothing but an outlaw on a cross-country crime spree. You think you've gotten away with it because of your muscles and the fact that you're dressed like a poor... AI Dungeon is so fucking drunk. Like, it's only barely has a tenuous hold on reality in the first place. Then you start the multiplayer and it just loses its goddamn mind. Hold on, we can settle this. I give you a challenge, a game of rock, paper, scissors, you win, you get the money. Server is having a hard time with it. Come on, man. You cut him in half. Scissors, I win! He pulls apart his middle. I lose. You pull out a small bag of gold. You dump it into your sack. Let's just get out of here. A successful robbery. Make ourselves scarce. Or we get challenged to any more games. Can we split up or something? I mean, I've got the money, but nah, we're a team. We got this. Helium runs ahead. Follow that robot dinosaur. It did at least retain that the robot dinosaur is Helium. Since you're not exactly great at stealth, Tenric's okay at stealth. And you probably wouldn't have noticed the robot dinosaur in time. Okay, never mind. I gave it too much credit. It has no idea what the robot dinosaur is. Or who Helium is. Hello. You go get pizza with Helium. You're watching some old monster movie. You end up falling asleep for some reason. When you wake up, it's pitch black outside. My sleep schedule is ruined. Helium is gone and it's starting to get dark. You look out the window and notice a bright light on the horizon. Give me a second. Yeah, it is already, lost track of the fact that Ollie is supposed to be the you here. Jesus, Ollie asks? Holy shit, a light, you say. Are they coming to get us? I don't think so, they're just just... Well, never mind. Let's get the hell out of here. You break a window and climb out and then start sprinting towards the source of the light. Helium is right behind you. Ride Helium, brandish an assault rifle. Right on Helium's back and point your gun at the incoming horde. As they get closer, you notice that most of them aren't moving in a normal way. They're just sort of skipping? No, floating. I get that Zork preference. It says, I'm invincible to zombies. As you get closer, you start to notice something wrong with them. They're translucent. You realize that what you're seeing is actually just the shell of what's inside. That was Chris. We got Charlie 40, Border 9, Super Shovel, Flip, Chug. I forgot how to make any of this funny. Hold on, I'm just going to... You draw your pistol and start shooting at the bright spot. Helium does exactly what you tell him to. He turns around and shoot you to the ground. And he turns around and you shoot the ground. Okay. Ollie says, take that ground. Ground stops, keeping his feet from moving forward. Shit, he says as he tumbles over. You run and jump on his back. What's going on? It says the ground is turned against us. As you're about to land, Helium topples forward and the ground crumbles underneath him. You feel your feet go through it like it's butter and slide into a pile of mush. Derek fires the rifle aimlessly in all directions. You fire into the darkness, but nothing happens. Helium is left stuck in the pile of goo, so you decide to climb on top of him and try to dig yourself out. Ollie swims to shore. You swim to shore as fast as you can. Ooh, we need to turn around. They're coming. No kidding. Emmerich can fly. Flies to... but keeps firing the rifle in no particular direction. You see Helium desperately fly around to try to shake you off. He can't fly, what happened? But to no avail. Eventually he tires himself out and you manage to dig your way out. What the fuck? Ollie shoots big fireballs and explodes all the zombies and some guy. You fire a couple of fire blasts into the darkness and there's a bunch of explosions. We can't, Ollie says as he fumbles with his rifle. The AI just has no idea what's going on anymore. Who is what, who has what, who can do what. Emmerich throws the assault rifle at the horde. It fucking explodes. It's completely rad. Everybody goes home. Zombie invasion is over. Now you can chill. You throw your gun at the horde and it completely explodes. It's rad. Shit! We need to turn around, Ollie says. No kidding. The story has been hopefully somewhat funny. I think it's been funny. It's nonsense, but it's kind of funny nonsense. Yeah, doesn't know what to say. Alter, undo, or try again. If you enjoyed it, please consider giving it a positive review. If you have any suggestions on how to improve the story, please let me know. Emmerich burps. I've written a bunch of stories on this website, but I've never had one get popular. I can imagine it's pretty bad. Thanks. What? It's like weird to freaking... It's hard to get your brain in gear to deal with this. It's like hard to enter such an abstract headspace. This game is a masterpiece, says a newcomer. It sure is. It's something that's here right now. Turn off the safer word toggle when it gets bad. You laugh at that idea. Emmerich says, how about new? Done. You don't know why you bothered. Yeah, if you're expecting Jets and Guns as my Twitch, whatever doodad says that I should be playing, we'll be doing that in a little bit. Whenever we're done ringing whatever we can get out of AI Dungeon. The world becomes censored within the hour. You can't help but laugh as it happens. Somewhere in California, the world goes mad. TechMid says Tenric's gun was a TDR. He was banned from Twitch. The internet as we know it collapses, never to be seen again. You are not Zeor. You don't even have access to a computer. You can still watch from the comfort of your home. Zeor is not a half-dragon. It is an ordinary sad human. The Woodyop explodes. The North Korean satellites fall from the sky. The Earth shakes as its orbit has changed. The moon erupts, filling the sky with ash. The sky turns black. Wow. Nemric says, only balls while failing to exist. The sun sets, the world turns to darkness. That's night, duh. That's a wrap on another story, folks. Thanks for reading. I hope you're having as much fun reading them as I am writing them. If you have the time, please leave me a review. That's AI Dungeon doing that. Dude, Tama with the Zork jokes, nice. Okay, I think Ollie says, I think that's it for AI Dungeon today. If not, I'll see you all next time. Thanks for reading. Zeor is not a cool brass half-dragon. He is just a nerd with a computer. He likes to play video games. And the @ sign is for free, you can have that too. Time for Zeor to stream Jets and Guns now. Zeor is not a cool, alright. Let's come play games with him on his Twitch page at twitch.tv/Zeor, or visit his YouTube channel at youtube.com/user/Zeor. Isaac is super good, you guys. What? the story. Or the penis band. Or damn it. Stuck. What's this? Sorry, get out of there. I just wanted to. Come on. I know you can do it. Please. Ready, please? Extra, please? Yeah, it might be time to give this a rest. What is this doing? I don't remember this one. The City of Lost Hope. I'm gonna give it like 20 more seconds. I get it. Alright, yeah, I think that's the best we're gonna get out of AI Dungeon for right now. Well, thanks for watching whatever this was. Yeah, oh yeah. AI Dungeon it goes to such a primordial, weird place. It's like an abstract consciousness sort of thing. It's like, I don't know. It can sort of relate concepts and actions and things together, but only just. Surreal is what it is. Alright. I apparently had to open my Steam doodad if I want to launch Jets and Guns, because I've been launching a whole bunch of other stuff instead. But anyway. Meanwhile. Ah! God damn it. Hold on here. So anyway, there's also jets and guns. What have you... God damn it. You make that go away. Stop streaming piece of... Anywhoozle. Yeah, I still have that tab open. There we go. Now we can get along with our, you know, normal streaming activity. Normal-ish. Doesn't look very centered to me. Is that normal? We'll say it's normal. Yeah, this looks fine. Right. Let's see, where were we? I damaged the freighter seriously and something encrypted data about open space. Right, we were fleeing from some dog guys and then we went into spooky alien space and they don't want to follow me there. That's your story catch-up. That's everything that happened the entire stream. Zion wave emitter. Right, this is a thing that... Don't forget the harpooner. I want to get that if I can. I want to test fire this, see what it does. Oh, it emits giant, very tall projectiles. It overheat this thing very quickly. Good. So that exists. Let's see what we can experiment with. Because I have the rotary cage, I have super killers on both of those. That is good. Super's still been playing a little bit. He went ahead, good sentence. He went ahead and tried normal easy difficulty, I mean. And he said, like, the same thing about that I said about XCOM 2, which is that, like, normal is too hard. But that easy is, like, patronizingly easy. I was like, yeah, I don't know, maybe there's still fun, excuse me, fun to be had that way, because, like, because maybe it gives you a little more freedom to experiment with loadouts that might not be 100% optimal, and you can just kind of have more fun with it, but I don't know. I think he also said, like, it doesn't really affect the health of enemies much as it just affects how much damage they do to you. So, I don't know. Details. I kind of like the tornado on there. What else have we got? Try something different. I'm always using the same guns. Well, heat generation is an issue. What is the Scorpio plasma gun? Is this any good? Oh dear. Look at that. So that's interesting. They're slow, but presumably decently powerful projectiles. Pardon me. I don't know what it is about streaming that brings out all the most disgusting functions of my head anatomy. I wonder if it's because I have headphones on, or I don't know, it's very strange. I've also barely used my voice in the last, like, 2 days. Let's not use the plasma gun. Maybe at some other point it could make sense, but I don't think right now is that time. What about the hypergun? How much heat does this throw off at this level? Significant. Let's see, in other news, I'm gonna be giving New Vegas a break because, like, I saw some Legion guys killing, like, a caravan, and I helped in and, like, killed a couple of the Legion guys to help the, like, the merchants survive, because if they die, they're permanently dead, and that reduces, like, the number of places you can buy things. And the next thing you know, my level 6 character is being hunted by, like, fully leveled fucking Legion assassin squads that I didn't stand a chance to do anything about. So it's just like, well, that pretty much completely soft locks his character. And I don't feel like starting a third one, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give New Vegas a rest. Very disappointing. This could work. I mean, Daisy Cutter is just gun.png, but... what else we got? I've been really overusing the radiator gun. I want to try something else if I can. Chaos Particle. That's weird. Daisy Cutter Mark III, yeah. Manic Miner, I think that's the one that shoots like horizontally downways. Strikes with strong pulses originally expected to unhinge a massive asteroid suitable for... Oh no, it's the one that shoots up and down. Pulse gun, that's just like basic energy gun, isn't it? Yeah. Excuse. I'm just gonna slap a tornado in the front. You get another one of these every time you buy that, apparently. What about upgrades to the ship? I need to start investing in this. Cooling, engine. Yeah, let's upgrade engine if we can. There we go. Yes. Aliens. At least they're not feet. I don't like that sound at all. We could do without that. But yeah, in any case... Yeah. I guess Soup is still enjoying returning to the game in some capacity or another, so... That's something. To continue scratching the itch for, like, an RPG, I picked up Shadowrun Returns. After many recommendations to check out Shadowrun in some capacity or another. I've been enjoying that. It's pretty interesting. I kind of really like Shadowrun's universe. It blends, like, cyberpunk and, like, regular fantasy universes in a pretty compelling way. My dude's an elf who has, like, drones and shit. Also has, like, an SMG. Pretty neat. Part of me kind of wishes I'd honestly just gone with, like, just pure gun guy. But I'm having fun with the drones. They're pretty cool. Okay. That's what I've been doing. I was playing a bit of Warframe, but I might be ready to give that a break again. I got the Nightwave ship thing, but like the color customization is completely broken on it. And in fact, all of the landing craft, but especially that one. So, you know how it goes. That's all that's been going on, really. I'm still considering the possibility of picking up more stream hours, which is likely to mean picking up more stream days. Thomas says, giant insects can't fly. Going on like lobster logic? Is to say, like, a lobster is like the biggest thing that could have an exoskeleton like that and survive. Well, no. Like, the thing is, the lobster's exoskeleton is so heavy, like, it can't move out of water. That's what I'm going at. Like, it needs the buoyancy of water. Thomas says EDF. EDF. I get that. Although the only EDF I ever played was the one that was, like, a lot more westernized. I don't remember which one it was called. What it was called, that is, but I played a little bit of it. It was pretty fun. This isn't as scary as those guys made it out to be. I have taken some abuse. It's not terrible. Like, these guns put up almost no heat. I need to remind myself of, like, how many hours you actually need to stream to make Twitch partner. I'm still far, far south of that goal by every other metric. But I don't know, maybe picking up the hours is the place to start, you know what I mean? Well, that's true. Your buoyancy in space is pretty much unlimited, isn't it? Oh, god damn it. That was a dumb move. Thank you. Yeah, shoot game. They play shoot game. Way ahead of you, theoretically badly imitated Vinny voice guy. Fuck. Oh shit. Spooky alien bug fetus thing. Ugh. I still crack up every time that the propeller pops out of the top of your ship when you're not moving forward. Here. Says the baby. Gunzilla, okay. I need to... I was so busy watching my bullets hit it. Like, totally failed to notice all of its projectiles smashing into me. Okay. Like, everything's dropping these coins, but if I try to go for them, I hit the ground, and it's not pretty. Not worth much anyway, apparently. Freaking AI dungeon. I look forward to when AI dungeon gets its shit a little bit more together and can, like, keep basic facts together. Or, you know, acceptably. Keep names and entities straight, you know, that sort of thing. I tried giving it like a super guy scenario, but it got confused like instantly. It had no idea what it was doing. I gave it like, you are a super guy, you are a superhero with the following dumb superpowers. You feel like your nemesis is up to something bad, and then, yeah, like, it was just like, you get a phone call from Susie, she's like, ah! Like, who the fuck is Susie? I'm not quite sure how I managed to fly through the insectile horror scene, but I did it! I have reached the long-range comm system of the USS Impotence so I can send the data from the pirate freighter. I read so good right now. They should be looking into it right now, and then I almost crashed into some strange ancient outpost. It was not on any map I had. Dirty rusty plate on a rotten surface of the station was saying proudly Robinson 14. Everything around looked pretty dead, but maybe I will be lucky and I will find some useful supplies. I docked in, and that's when I realized the steel tomb had at least one living inhabitant who gave me this creepy welcome. Ah, a new face after all these years. Hee hee, we are so pleased, aren't we? Damn those insect freaks. No way to poor Robinson, no customers, no fun. Hee hee hee. Years of silence. Hee hee hee. We so alone. We crazy. Ha ha ha. Want to rest here. Yes. Ha ha ha. Forever. Company for poor Robinson. Ha ha. Okay, he crazy. Any hoozle. Ollie says, no, you were Susie. Your sister was calling about her boyfriend. A phone call about cute boys is inherently non-to-you. It's about as far from the plot of a super guy story as you can get. Okay, so we're just okay to be docked with the crazy guy. Alright, that's fine. Yes. Yes. You know, how about... Nope. Oh. But wait. But... Good jets, good guns. I was leaving the Robinson station, though Keeper looked really unhappy with that. Then suddenly an unexpected message jumped out of the video comm. Jumped right out of there. The message was all up in my face. Sprang out of the computer like, ah! A sinister battleship appeared first, shortly followed by an ugly face messed up with robotic parts. Colonel Trumpham warned me against the Zox freaks, and one of them seems to have caught me unprepared, but I'm not going to sell my skin cheaply. Okay. Is he looking to buy? Is that what happened? I watched your silly action, Earthworm. Really amusing. Double-crossing some stupid dog, squeezing a few bugs. You must be really proud of yourself. Soon we'll meet and I will destroy you, and then I will go for that scabby dog you call Commander. Ha 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 ha. Okay. You can cause trouble as parts of them are immortal. Destroy the guns that hang all over them, but avoid the lower double cannons. Too dangerous. Okay. That now, or...? I don't feel like that's now. I feel like that's later. Yikes. You can read this, you're about to die. Ollie says this version of Cyborg's still better than Teen Titans Go. Nice! Oh jeez, it's a big one. It's a Mark II revolver boat ship. Yeah, see, ideally I would have left the bombs behind and upgraded my guns better. Overheat. And again, the bombs are still good. Alright, yeah, I need to, adjust. Go away. No. Instead of that, how about this charge generator? Was that the... yeah, it was this thing. That could work. Give it a shot. Let's get rid of that. I don't think it's helping. Excuse. Allergies. That'll work. I didn't see the 166 evil bastards. I don't know how much it's gonna help. Feels redundant to say that the range is such a limitation on this thing. That's pretty much its whole thing, but even so, big limitation. There we go. Like in getting close to things, they're gonna get some shots off on you. Shit. Oh yeah, there it is. Zox's World Destruction Team, called 166 Evil Bastards. 24-hour service. Fuck me. Alright, yeah, that's not gonna work. Go away. We have 500,000 to play with here. Where's that plasma gun I was looking at before? The Scorpio. Why don't we try that? Oh, that gives us a lot of money left over. Where is the... not the swarm. Gun. Medium blaster. Astonishing firepower, amazing speed, low heating, reasonable price. So much shorter range. Got it. Not the tectonic laser. Matic Minor, that's the one I was thinking of. That might be good. Kind of. Wonder if instead of the Matic Minor, I should probably just go with like more armor upgrades. Yeah. What do we got for missiles? Any fun new missiles? There's General Pig for bombs. Comes with the teddy bear. Big strike the ground with a series of explosions, leaving a wide area completely clean from any living or automatic unit. Oh, good. Oh yeah, the fucking superhero maker. Marvelous superhero generator implements forbidden cloning technology for reproduction of superheroes. This model creates a character known as Captain Clash and uses him as a strong guided projectile. Upgrade allows it to create the so-called Dark Clash, insane enemy of the hero who does twice the damage. That's wrong. That's not okay. We get an Autotron. Why not? Wow, upgrades to that get expensive. Good enough. Give it away. Ditch some things and upgrade armor some more if it's still bad. Yeah, I don't love the plasma gun so far. Yeah, I kind of don't like it at all, really. And says, I wish to see the MSG in action. Alright, clearly we have to make that happen. Alright, you know what? Let's go for it. I'm here to please. Get rid of that thing. That thing sucks. Alright, Grade 220. Oh, I see. More guns. How far can we upgrade a daisy cutter at this point? Can we get maximum daisy cutting? Still no. That's how far that thing upgrades. Oops. There they are, little lemming superheroes. That might work, they seem pretty good. Yeah, they hit pretty hard, actually. Alright. Oh, I got a free Captain Clash, too. Small figure of superhero Captain Clash. His limbs do not move, so it sucks. Ken says, I am not disappointed. You know what? I feel like that'll work. Ah, do we really need the auto track? It's... no, you know what? I don't think we do. There we go. Cut every daisy. Except for my cat. Don't cut my cat. Disappointing damage output, actually. Nice. Seems like it's doing the job. Captain Clash should, you know, make up the difference for any reduced output from my guns. Go to S. Really? This is rough. Holy crap. This is a little too rough. It's kind of ridiculous. Fuck off. Okay, give me that. Thank you. Oh, good. Glad you're here. Oh, that went alright. What is with these blue ships? They're just like manned missiles, I think. They even have guns on them? Oh. Freaking just exploding kamikaze superheroes. Are you kidding me with that? I don't like this level very much. It's kind of a dick. I still need more power. On here. I know I hit a checkpoint. Oh, no, I don't think I did hit a checkpoint. No. Power up. What are we gonna do? This is ridiculous. Not Zion Wave emitter, at least I don't think so. It just heats too much. What if I upgraded my thing? First upgrade for the Zion Wave emitter is 3.2 million credits. Jeez, wind geometry, nothing. Thomas says, that's the power of Zion, question marks? I guess. Okay, that's promising. It's a lot of heat. Yeah, okay, good gun. Just gotta lay off the trigger every few seconds. I gotta get that harpoon gun. I must not miss that when it comes up. I remember that being good. I don't remember a lot about it, just it was good. Okay, yep. Zion Wave emitter. Here we go. No heating. Yeah. No heat. How do you like that? Just like you just gotta go full offense in this game. There's not so much you can do to mitigate risk except to explode the risks before they can explode you. Another no heating. Nice. Jesus. Thomas says, his projectiles please me, even if they ain't pink. It's hard to get higher praise from Tama. Enjoyed even though not pink. 10 out of 10. Oh man. Quadruple firepower. For the love of God, give me things to shoot. There we go. I can barely make it on screen. I don't think I ever fully realized that the Zeor gun was this ridiculous. Kind of extreme. Someone says, surely there's a quad damage emote. I think I do have space for another emote for like 3rd tier subscribers or whatever. Can I destroy this thing yet? Probably not. Even with the Zeor gun. Wow, okay, there it goes. Later, nerd. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Gojira? No, there's one thing about the Matthew Broderick 90s, or was it what, Godzilla 2000? Whatever that disaster was, but I think it needs more credit for actually calling out the Godzilla name. Like, it showed, like, footage of an old Japanese guy talking about Godzilla and, like, how it destroyed Japan and so on and so forth. And, like, in his dying breath, he was just like, Gojira, And then it cuts to, like, an American reporter going, you heard the man, Godzilla! Matthew Broderick's like, that is not even close to what he said. Oh, that was kind of funny. I don't remember anything else about the movie, just that. Someone says, I fear looking at the list of all emotes. That's a healthy fear. Hold on to that. That's just your fear glands warning you of immense psychological damage. I like how with the rotary cage at this setting, like the super killers frame the Zeor wave projectiles. Alright. So, it warned me to be very careful of those guns, that gun on the bottom. 1998 according to cans. Sounds right. God damn it. So many heats. You gotta love a boss ship that you can just dismantle bit by bit. The final boss of UN Squadron. Just shooting it with superheroes. Oh dear. Oh, motherfucker. Oh yeah. I'm still in the fight. I can do this. Take this. Ah! Okay. I was finding it a little hard to tell what was and wasn't destructible on that boss. Nothing says body integrity critical. It always is. Fuck. No, it told me to be wary of this cannon, but it looks like I can damage it, so I'm gonna shoot it. Oh shit! Don't do it. Good music as always. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh yeah. Good. The jetpack upgrade has really changed the game for me. Actually can't damage that now. Bah! Thomas says, now you're a 2. Kinda makes sense. So don't be too afraid of this. It looks like you can't hit me if I'm right underneath it. There we go. Shoot, Gabe. Alright. So maybe I can now hurt the big thing on the inside. No, actually, I probably need it to drop that pole pickup first. Speaking of hull, I'm doing alright. Cripes. I can't see where its projectiles are coming from. I also can't talk good. There we go. Ugh. You little... Starting to realize how important movement speed upgrades are in this game. Yes! Finish him! Yeah! Superhero! Set a bunch of records. Thanks, Ion Cannon thing, whatever. Superman. The quest is getting harder, isn't it? Who could have expected that nasty encounter with those alien space insects, and then suddenly an attack from a cyborg freak? But you did well, soldier. We decrypted the data you obtained from the pirate vessel, and we uncovered another part of Zox's evil plan. Doc? The enemy needs an enormous amount of energy to fire the Professor's quantum cannon. We now know where he intends to get it. The data contained logs about a vast cargo load of high-tech devices bought from the Zograms during the last few months. These devices can be used to build something that we believe is going to be a sub-mental moranotron. Zox is going to plug a large number of hostages into these special psycho-transmitters and then expose them continually to the worst soap opera ever shown in the galaxy. The huge loss of the subject's IQ will lead to a massive discharge of surplus psychic energy that can be captured in the moranotron and used to drive the gun. The soap opera we were talking about was mentioned by name in the logs. We know that the show is property of Carnage TV Corporation. You have to pay a visit to their studios on Hydrophobia 1720 and get all copies of the show before it falls into the hands of the enemy. We must destroy TV. Techman says this was literally the plot of Rocky and Bullwinkle, the movie. Believe it. Thanks, Captain Clash. What's this plasma gun? Over to test drive. No, it's still very slow projectiles. In fact, they slowed down at the end of their flight. It's weird. Still just like regular guns more than I like Sandman laser. Auto tracking system. Any friend of the auto track mini should try this too. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, it's like super auto laser. Auto track. Good. Well, keep in mind that that exists. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using it right now. Did I try the moon gun? Oh, that's pretty cool. That's with no upgrades, but looks to be decently powerful. If I remember this level I'm going into, I don't want some ground fire. Like the hyper gun's expensive and hot. There's a tornado. Why mess around? I already know I like this. Hello, I'm actually playing Jets and Guns now. It was the shit, wasn't it? We can deal without the jetpack system. I've shown what it does. That's all we really need from it. Name is so dark, I'm having a hard time seeing charts. It says, you're gonna buy Jets and Guns 2 when it comes out? When it's out of early access, probably yes. But as we discussed on our last stream, I'm not really into early access before it is out, so I'm keeping an eye on it, but I'm not springing on it right this very second. I hear it's doing pretty well, though, so I'm hopeful for it. Zero says, every time one of those blue things blows up, I hear Starship Troopers saying, intelligence says they're plumes of light and non-threatening, except they really are on this one. No, Mr. Feral Hero, we can't hand over the show you're talking about. I'm perfectly aware of your legal status, and I can imagine the firepower at your disposal. No, I'm sure about it. Maybe our Googleplex of viewers will be interested in the fact that private TV channels being threatened by a federal authority. Absolutely. You're welcome anytime. We hope you'll show your best. Kablooey! As I hope the maker would find an amazing dude to co-op create the full game. I mean, is it just one guy? That can't be right. I mean, Raking Grass is a team of some sort. It has credits. I don't know really anything about what's going on with the sequel, but... Slain! Saturday late night annihilation show! The real and authentic explode. Federal Hero! That's me. I hear toot. Jota has followed. Thank you. I much appreciate it. Hey, I'm closing in on 100 followers. That should be what, 93? Getting there. Slowly but surely. Power. Power! Sport! Sue says, if I unsub and resub, does that help? Not so much. They thought of that. New reality show, 24 hours without oxygen. I was really invested in that show for the first, like, minute and a half. After that, it got pretty dull. I actually do have the music up louder than any other sounds, but I could change that balance a little more, couldn't I? You know what? Why don't I? We pretty much know what the sound effects are like. Yeah, it's already at 60%. There we go. I'll take that request, that's fine. Oh, it says if you stayed a little bit longer, you could hear the corpse fart. Stay too long, it shits itself. That's comedy right there. Level section sponsored by... Oh, what? Oh shit, I'm dying. Don't drink dope. That's the fucking power thirst guy. Music here isn't as loud as it could be. Oh yeah, these are the guys. These are like the Patreons who get to be blown up by me. Dude with the kill me sign. You got it, bro. Here to help. Oh, shit. I got too distracted by all the funnies. Saw an advertisement for the radiator right there. It is a very good gun. God. Somehow I keep not noticing that guy. Even though he's like 8 times my size. Oopsie. That's what keeps hitting me. Right, it has like super killers. Shit. This is fine. If I try to go between them, it hits me with its even bigger gun. I'm not turning sound down any lower. Thanks, though. I think it's fine. %50 sound effect volume is already, it's fine. Shit. Get. Okay, we got it. Says, love Machina Supremacy early in 2000s when Warcraft 3 was popular. I know very little about them except this game. Holy shit. I know a couple of their other songs. Player One, I really like that one. They did like some version of the Great Gianna Sisters, Gianna, however you say that theme the one time. I have an MP3 of that kicking around somewhere. That's really good too, but... Also did the entire OST for the remake of that game, I think, says Tech Pain. That makes sense, but yeah. That's another franchise I don't know thing one about. Hooray! New record of enemies. But gentlemen, this is all one huge misunderstanding. I never meant to interfere with your investigation. Anyway, we don't have the show you're looking for. It was not very successful. All viewers of the pilot went mental, therefore the next part had a 0% rating. Ha ha ha, but today's show was a hit. Certainly an all-time TV rating record. The disc for the show was transported somewhere else. I'll tell my assistant to find the location in the database and inform you later. Okay. Ground mission, right. By the way, this reminds me that you were not the first one to ask about it. A month or two ago, some guy with a king of a criminal image wanted the disc too. Jesus. Pain says Gianna's sister's backstory, legally distinct Mario clone. I mean, I figured as much. That was apparent by the name. Maybe his friends already have it. No, not the guy himself. We put him into our new Tuesday show, Alligator Assault. I think the ratings hit the sky that day, later in the game. Yada yada. Welcome back aboard. We already know there's a disc from the current. We already know where the disc from Carnage TV ended up. There's a small frozen moon in a distant area of the galaxy governed by a friendly race of Glutosians. The moon was turned into a dump long ago, and the disc was recently transported there with tons of other trash. We need to explore its surface. Glutosians had no sympathy for exopirates, and our territories agreed to help in our mission. We expect to find more kids. Go blow shit up. Too much read. I grow bored with all this read. I explode now. Hammerhead. Hammerhead, rapid fire of accelerated projectiles. No. Well, that is the formula for a good weapon, isn't it? Equipped with bullets able to tear shrapnel, favorite Police. Try it up. I think this shoots like, yeah, big bullets. That is 1 million. Okay. Wonder if these super killers are really the way to go. I seem to remember using 2 tornado guns there before, and that worked out pretty well. Yeah, I feel like the volley balance level is pretty good right here. The music track in that particular stage was a little bit quieter than most for some reason. Yeah, there we go. That kind of works. Does put off a little bit of heat, not too bad. But worse. Jeez. I guess Death Stranding is out on stream. TechPain says it has a surprisingly high review average on Steam so far. Good for it, maybe. Supposedly it looks much better if you have like a top-of-the-line PC that can take it. More cooling, we can do that. Our engine, you got it. More bomb. Oh, you know what? Better hero. Nope, can't afford. There we go. Wait, this isn't what Clash? Yeah, Captain Clash anymore. It's Dark Clash now. Bum, bum, bum. Alrighty, give it a shot. Soup says probably the best time for it to come out is about right now. Don't even know. That game just hasn't really been on my radar at all. It's... I completely mentally checked out of the game as soon as the fucking Monster Energy drink happened. Grumble come but tongue to you, human. We agreed to support your race in your campaign against pirates in our sector. We've detected a place with large pirate activity on Coldfoot Epsilon Moon, a place where you're probably looking for... The size of the occupied area is quite big, and long-distance sensors show an energy pattern suitable for a base with several thousand of troops and even more warships. We guess, that they are searching for the disk just like you. They probably succeeded already. Don't go on the surface without corresponding firepower and backing. I don't know, the thing is, I could see myself maybe getting into the gameplay. It's sort of, kind of. It's pretty much, yeah, just like hiking simulator. I don't know. Maybe if it were less insane of a game, it's something I could have gotten into, but I don't know, it's a little too Kojima for me. Any news about my father? Have you found him? Do you know where he is? Ah, that's going nowhere. Ah! Is this another weapon-free trial? What is it? Vulcan Disintegrator. You know what, I don't care. It's not exploding right this second, therefore I'm not interested. This gun setup seems to be doing pretty well. You do get to keep Zion. What happened to the Zion? Did I sell the Zion? Shit! I think I did. Oh, that really sucks. Because there's no replacing that without going through New Game Plus and getting it again. Shit! Well, that's a shame. It's far too late to do anything about it now. So, you know, learn from my mistake. If you're playing Jets and Guns, don't sell your special weapons. Shit, man. Thomas says it has gone to Zion. It's blowing up angels now. Yeah, dude, this freaking hammerhead cannon's pretty damn good. Yeah, it's alright. I'll get that trident gun. Hopefully it's as good as I remember it being. We'll get by. Yeah. I think I'm starting to, you know, reach the point of the game where I'm a little bit ahead of that firepower curve. Like, I feel pretty powerful right now. It's not like, you know, winning without thinking about it powerful, but this is a pretty good setup I've got going on here. What was I thinking about? Something else I could stream, I don't remember. Must not have been a good idea. I mean, that's just not compelling narrative at all. That's literally just me thinking out loud. That's what you get with Zeor TV. Jets and guns and me vocalizing my every insipid thought. Alright, yeah, I'm still getting beaten up a little bit. Fight. Grr. Do not like green plasma. Hurdy on ship parts. Freaking ridiculous. Yeah, this is Jets and Guns at its purest right here. I like how the scroll speed of this game is much lower than most shoot-em-ups, just to make sure that you have as much time as possible to cause as much carnage as possible. Like, the only reason you move forward is at all is so, you know, you can discover more things to blow up. New release of Friends of Mineral Town is out. Oh, cool. How's it doing? Shit, 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 shit. I tried as few times to get into Friends of Mineral Town. It just did not grab me like sort of Harvest Moon 64 did, and I don't know why. 95% review average. Nice. Wanted pirate. Oh, it survived. Thought it was gonna get wiped out in the blast. Only almost. I just got an achievement for hacking that thing. Bigman says, but I mean, let's be real, Stardew Valley already has the PC market. True, true. Grr. Explode. Ah! All it says, simply put, console versus handheld often makes a big difference. Maybe sometimes, under some circumstances, theoretically, your PC could be your handheld device. But even with that in mind, yeah, just couldn't get invested in that as I wanted to. Don't know. I mean, I was really into Harvest Moon 64. So it's not too surprising that I would have a hard time engaging in anything as much as I did in that one, but still. You know what one? Remember that GameCube one that was weird? Like, it was... You went through, like, different stages of life and shit, and, like... It did a lot of really weird things with that one. I didn't play it for very long, and yet for some reason I still kind of fondly remember the atmosphere and the music of it. A Wonderful Life, yeah, that one. I feel like I could have enjoyed that one if I'd invested more time in it. Okay, like, dropping bombs on this particular giant submarine-looking boss gave me a pretty good UN Squadron flashback right there. Also, how is this still whatsoever operational? There we go. All he says, Stardew Valley was my first Harvest Moon. It might be the only one you need, really. Rumble Cumbertongue to you. So you answered our question as to why notice a lot of activity while seeing just a few buildings on the surface. Okay. Of course, a base on the bottom of the ocean. Clever solution if you want to build up serious power unnoticed. Pirates went underwater, but it's no match for our scientific department. They worked overnight and made several improvements to your ship's engines, so they'll work in a liquid environment just as well as they do in air vacuum. Now we must continue the chase in the ice ocean that dreadful U-boat thing rose from. The pirates' search for the disc must be interrupted. Without it, Zox's plan to gain energy for his cannon will fail. Alright, so I'm in like a weird fish ship now. Does not allow bombing, so put all your money in front shooters instead. Watch out for these guys, not hard to kill, but they fire very destructive small torpedoes. Got it. Also, this is the stage that's gonna have the hidden harpoon gun thing in it, so... I can't crack these right now. I can extradite him though. I mean, we pretty much know. How does this thing do on cooling? 70, you know what, not worth it. I think it's probably about the best I can do. The only things we have to test on are like fish. No, okay, there's a thing. Yeah, that hammerhead's a little bit ridiculous. Good. That'll do, probably. Run. I can't bait this thing? Soup says you're underwater. I suspect it cools a lot. You would think so. I don't know. Here we are trying to apply logic to jets and guns again. So watch for a little trident mark. Can you... I don't know why I'm asking you to watch for it. Because I doubt you'd be able to warn me in time. Be in one of these buildings. Also, I don't know if I'd, like, be able to shoot it, actually. These goofy looking ass submarines. Someone says, you know what else had underwater music? Oh yeah, that underwater effect was really good in that game. Yeah, I was in Warframe earlier and Tom was just like, hey, do you like retro style, like side-scroll games? You might like The Messenger. I was like, I streamed The Messenger and enjoyed it completely. Tom was like, I feel like a good guesser now. Yeah, everything about that game is good. I could easily play that again. I might revisit some old Zeor TV classics sometime, restream some things. you know, now that I have like a permanent archive. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I'll just stream all of Hollow Knight again. Just the whole thing. Just all 400 hours of it. Not a duck. Ship was rather large. Is that it right there? Is that, it might, I can't tell. I see like a red mark. Balls. You know what? I'm gonna get something that can, like, shoot up and down. Just to make sure that I can get that thing. I'm gonna get rid of you. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of you and you. Charge generator. And I'm gonna get a... where is it? Tectonic laser. How's that? I mean, go. Yeah, the Messenger had it all, really. Good gameplay, good music. I mean, just great presentation in general. Good writing. Shite. They even have this little Messenger desktop decoration thingy that I got for Christmas. I would still like one of the big ones, but they're like 120 bucks or something. Soup says that new Jets and Guns has actual numbers. What? Sellouts. At the time, and I suppose I might still kind of think this, I liked the Messenger more in its early game when it was still like just linear go-right game, but really like the narrative of how they spun the go-right architecture on its head and like made that a plot point. And like a pattern that had to be broken in order to, to break this cycle. That was all really fucking clever. My forward firepower is not so great here. The hammerhead is powerful per shot, but is not doing well as like my main method of damage output. Yeah, you know, I guess those Metroidvanias are good stream material for me, yeah. Messenger, Hollow Knight, those were both just wonderful games. Axiom Verge is really great too. Is that can have farting balls. I need to figure something else out here. So you're not working out. This is Beelzebub mortar. Just, okay. That could work. Still not really enough to do much about those 1 million ones, but... Okay. Beelzebub's pretty good. Get rid of this thing. I like the idea of that arc thrower doodad, but in practicality it doesn't really work out so well. This sucks. Why? You know what? I mean... Let's just go for it, huh? Give it a shot. Whoops, that's not what I meant. Like, you can't really test weapons here, that's sort of a problem. Oh yeah, okay, this Beelzebub mortar is very good. Jeez. Yeah, I don't think the buildings will be a problem with this setup. Oh, maybe? Damn, those things still take a lot of abuse. Obviously, our whole problem is that we're missing the superhero launcher. Punked forever. One thing about Axiom Verge is that it did have a lot of hidden stuff that was just plain too hidden. Like, I can barely imagine 100%ing that game. I gave it a cursory attempt, but like, no, it took me no time at all to just completely run out of ideas. You might need to do some seriously arcane game-breaking shit. For that matter, there was stuff I discovered previously in that game that I couldn't find again on my latest attempt. Damn, it was good, though. And Axiom Verge is like the love letter to Super Metroid that was made entirely by the one guy. Like, graphics, sound, music, everything about that game was all one person's passion project. It's so good. Alright. Try to get that little red mark down there. You fuck off. That wasn't even it. Okay, good. But that's proof of concept. I think I'm properly armed to get it. Those guys, like, didn't even turn into bodies, they just blew up. Yeah, he's also working on Axiom Verge 2. But again, if he's still making the entire game by his damn self, who knows how long it'll be. He made it as, like, a dedication to his brother or something like that? Somebody. There's another red mark. I don't think red's what we're looking for. No, I found a duck, though. Ugh. Don't see any marks on that. What the... There it is. Got it. Well, that was much more obvious than I thought. Blow up. Wow, that guy was a dick. The makers of the Messenger are also making, it's an RPG, actually, but it's set in the Messenger universe. I think it's a prequel. I don't remember much of the details about it, but, as far as I know, they're working on it, and, Rainbow Dragon Eyes is still attached, so... Whatever it is should be good. I don't love RPGs nearly as much as I love, you know, platformers, maybe Metroidvanias, but... Still... Given how damn good the Messenger was, how bad can it be? Pen. have the time to just focus all my power on this thing. You underestimate my powers! God damn it. I think it's just nearly destructible. Nerd. Ugh. Not sure what direction I'm gonna go in whenever I wear Shadow Run out. I don't know, maybe make some sort of effort to use my time more constructive. Almost hit it with a straight face. What even is constructive? Old integrity critical. Ass integrity is critical. That's my foot. We did it, I guess. I have to follow the pirates even deeper underwater. The base on the bottom of the sea continues underground. Still no sight of the disc for the show or the professor, or any clue as to where that damn Zox is hiding. This is the point, comma, where I have to exit the ship and go swimming on my own. All little bloody divers and little submarines around. I cannot say I like it. Well, at least I have this gun that I better make damn sure I do not sell. Break it. Fucking bug in my face, hang on. Humble. Again says get Dragonfall and shoot racists in the face. That's what I did. Compelling. And I'm still not in much of a getting frame of finance right now. Thanks to our just wonderfully competent and timely unemployment department. Says, I like how your gun's bigger than you. That's how this works. That's how Jets and Guns works. Massive metal gears are assigned for close combat with full contact, therefore supplied primarily for space gladiators. What? Okay. So it just kind of hovers there and does Mega Man boss DPS when it's on top of something. That could be really good. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Anyway, yeah, this is the harpoon gun. Just good machine gun with pretty much no heat generation. Okay. Consider that. Also consider... yeah, Sandman. How's this guy doing? That thing is skewing my results. Pretty good damage output. We'll give it a shot. Good music. Like, do I even need to say good music anymore? It's pretty much just implicit, isn't it? I don't know if I talked about this on stream. I tweeted at Rainbow Dragon Eyes that, like, out of nowhere, I thought, like, what if Rainbow Dragon Eyes covered Dare to Be Stupid? So I tweeted that to him. I linked him to the song. It's like, I just imagined a Rainbow Dragon Eyes cover of Dare to Be Stupid, and I don't think I'll ever get that out of my head. And he tweets back, a band I'm in covered it, does that count? And he links, like, the Swashbuckle, I think it was, cover of Dare to Be Stupid. I was like, holy shit. It's a rough listen, if I'm honest, but it's still hilarious it exists. It's like extreme, screamy, fucking thrash metal cover of Dare to Be Stupid. Like me and my big ideas. Pirate metal, sort of, I guess. Yeah. Like, that's their intended genre, but I think if you dissected it, you'd have to classify it as something else. Oh yeah, there's actually a different secret pickup. Yeah, got fish this time. Damn it. Okay, the auto track laser is not tracking very intelligently here. Who says this remake we neither needed nor wanted but deserved? Sounds about right. Fucking A. I really do not like that thing. I am tempted to already go back and change my loadout, but no, you know what? We hit no checkpoints. I'm gonna do that. Thanks, Sandman, but you're not really any good as a primary weapon. Pink Panther, pulse gun, ready for sticks. Oh yeah, it's like a gas gun. No, I said dart gun. Tornado, moon gun. How's moon gun do? Whoa. That could work. That could definitely work. Look at that go. Okay, give this a shot. Moon. Heat remains a problem. I don't know. I still think a proper Rainbow Dragon Eyes cover of Dare to Be Stupid would be incredible. Just have to settle. Excuse me. Yeah, Moon Gun is pretty alright. You know, the D&D world we're in might, I guess, contain an artifact that, like, I contributed. A few of us were given that option. But I don't think any of our characters could use it. So... I was just thinking that, it's like, wait a minute. Yeah, I gave it a requirement that I'm pretty sure we've never had a character. Maybe just the one. that could have used it. I think, like, Temric and Isaac are, like, the only good characters we've had, actually. Good alignment, I mean. Not even Relic was. He was lawful neutral. I like my D&D characters. I started making a new character, but I stopped because I, like, thought I was making a character that I liked too much. Like, I don't want to make a character that I want to play more than the one I'm using now. I think I could have made a second legendary if I wanted to, but I couldn't think of anything. I barely thought of the first one. I do like the one that we came up with, but yeah, like I said, if we ever find it, none of us are going to be able to use it. I think I just should not be wasting firepower on that thing, cripes. That was definitely a two-hoo for a second there. Do I look like I know what a two-hoo is? Cripes. What I'm saying, for those of you who aren't in the fold, is that Dungeons & Dragons is fun, and I'm glad it has enriched my life. I just wish we could do it more often. Hell, it's kind of part of why I picked up Shadowrun. It's like, maybe that'll scratch the itch a little bit. That went okay. I destroyed all ground enemies. Heat. Soon after my return to the USS Impotence, we got a distress call. This is a message to all allies of the nation of Glutosians. Our mother planet is under heavy attack of an army of unknown origin. They declare they fight in the name of a so-called dictator Zox, but we identified many of their vessels. These ships are nothing but bloody pirate cruisers. They came at numbers our defense cannot withstand much longer. Hurry up with your help. The Glutosian nation needs every hand. Times grow even darker for us. We haven't found the enemy or the professor on the bottom of the ocean, and we have a suspicion that the pirates found the disc before our coming. We have run out of clues again. Zox hid his activity too well. I must drink. I was muted. I keep forgetting my mic mute key is also the Eddie key. Let me summarize the rest of that dialogue for you. The colonel guy was all like, we have to do the stuff, and then the angry, mean lady was like, I'm mad. There you go. Yeah, to put a fine point on it, I was basically, I already had a plop gun. I was pretty much making my Mabinogi character as a Dungeons & Dragons character. To like such an extent that he would even have pretty clear analogs for like Crash Shot and like Mirage Missile and shit like that. And I'm thinking if I ever do go through with that, it'll be a pretty damn good character, whoever he ends up being. But yeah, I'm just putting that idea on the shelf for right now. Kaiser Franz. What are you? Not really a gun for fighters, but some pilots obsessed with maximum firepower install these. Designed for large invasion battleships, impact of its projectiles comparable to the most powerful heavy blasters. Okay. Yeah, if I do make a backup character, I'm gonna need EM guidance to come up with a backstory. Zombie Blues Plasma Gun. You know what? I didn't even sell this guy. X-ray disruptor, whatever. Where are my super killers? I think the best part of these discovered weapons is that they have no initial cost. They're free if you have them. Just don't sell them like I did. So that's very powerful, but I need like maximum cooling. Can we do that? That's doable. So these are why I keep talking about how much I like these Star Walkers or whatever they're called. Yes, Skywalkers, Star Walker. Yeah, like the last thing I want is to make a character I want to play so much that I like Temric less, you know what I mean? What if I put a snowman in the rear slot? Does that affect my forward weapons? I think so. Can't really tell. Let's say. So roughly like a quarter of the gauge for 3 seconds, as compared to maybe slightly better. Not enough for the 175 grand. What's that? What's the burl, the pop, doopy, boodle, pop, pop, wow, wow, wubble, wubble. Good enough. No, that's fine. Go with this. I mean, I do really like Temric. He's just a fun character. Here's the plan. We can monitor the energy signature of the jump gate. That's how we know how the pirates are able to replenish their vessels faster than Glutosian's army can crush them. We need fast and precise surgical hit. The main army is apparently useless until the gate is out of order. However, we don't know its precise location. It's hidden well. So the first step is to find the device. That's why we need you out on a reconnaissance mission. Morty, you have to make a quick strike in there. Harry, Morty, the pirate forces are regrouping. Destroy as much as you can. Meanwhile, you use your presence inside the pirate territory to scan the area for traces of the gate. Immediately after we find the gate, you have to destroy it. The faster it's done, bigger chance of taking it. The second strike must follow immediately. Here we go. I haven't watched Rick and Morty a little bit. I haven't seen it in a while. Why do they have to be on Hulu of all platforms? Come on, guys. Like, I don't want to buy a third platform just for that one show. Even if it is a great show. What great bombs. Tickman says, I don't know if Reed is a particularly good character. I'm honestly surprised with how, like, compelling Reed has been and how surprisingly effective he is, too. Like, so far, he's been more valuable to the party than Temric has, at least in terms of combat. But, like you keep saying, you know, we just need to give Temric some time to get all this good stuff. He'll be good, eventually. Damn, I love these guns. Uh-oh. Power. Dude, that could be an emote, just like that fucking fist pickup. Sport. Oh, did it wear off already? Hello, I appreciate you dropping in, but I cannot read your name. You're like black on black in my chat window over there. Oh, it's Mist. How you doing? I know that guy. Him's in the Wham Friends. I still can't believe Ken's got me saying Wham Friends. I don't say it often, but once in a while. Tama is a pretty faithful Zeor TV viewer these days. Regular viewer of Ken's as well. Sure, I thought I was going to collide with that pyramid. We speak for both of us when we say, I'm glad for that. Tama is cool. Bye. If I, like, get around to XCOM 2, though, and I'm looking to, like, make, you know, more doppelgangers for, like, viewers of the stream, I'll have no idea where to start for Tama. Like, I'm not even totally clear on Tama's gender, if I'm honest. Fuck. Wah! Frame. Ha! Shit. Alright. So, trying not to get blown up by them all day. There we go. Just stay low. I guess you don't have to destroy everything. Fuck, 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 fuck. I turned on the RoboCop mech. Overheat, 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 overheat. Fucking hell. Most everybody in Sarah's Club is already set up as XCOM 2 characters. And Soup is as well, I got him already. Using a lot of very generic stuff. Okay. Just don't get hit by anything and I'll be fine. Go on. I think I already edited Ollie's name. Like when I reinstalled the game, I had to get that. Okay. I had to reset anybody that was using like workshop assets. I think I made some other revisions while I was doing that. It's just good mod for a Sonic hat. That'll cover Soup pretty well. No, I just gave him like the classic XCOM style Guile blowout haircut. That was pretty much the theme I was going for. Is like, what's the most classical XCOM shit I can find? So like, I gave him that haircut and I gave him like the bandana with the XCOM logo on it. Whoops. I still really like the monkey I came up with. Deckman, that is. Has like a genuinely kind of intimidating, like, cape man look about him. And yes, I gave him the 0 punctuation voice pack. Bang. Voice. Techbane says, I had fun making the demo man. I like the demo man I came up with too. Yeah, I did that. I made him and the sniper as well. I'm pretty sure I think there's a soldier voice pack that I got as well. R.I.P. Rick May. Zuka says, what we talking about? It's XCOM 2, which I hope to stream sometime soon, but I need to get off my ass and finish making my voice bank. Oh, I forgot the all assaults are cans, yep. Bit. Fucking shit, damn, help. Carnation. Stop that. You have to shoot off the top of the screen, that's cheating. Shit. 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 That voice really was incredible, though. Silver was always hilarious. Figures that's the voice actor that would die first. What are you, Omnigun? Why did I get this? Utilization technology of inertial bubble spaces contains magnetic chamber, several black holes, which generates a stream of very unstable universes. They decompose before they can expand, but meanwhile, they rotate around the chamber, destroying everything in it. Wow! So there is a weapon less ethical than the superhero cloner. Do not sell, Kraken. Do not sell. Where's that? Where's Sandman? That was it. That'll do. Super ethical reality climax. Who says, well, now I gotta try it. It's very expensive. I'll try it later. Wait a minute. No, you know what? It's not very expensive at all. It was literally free. Well, shit. Alright. I don't know. I got my signals crossed for a second there. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Some non-now occasion. Yeah. It was very expensive to upgrade, I think, is probably what I was thinking. I kind of dig this level. I like the music and the scenery. I like how at this point I've almost completely forgotten what the narrative point of any of this mayhem is. They just point me towards all the stuff that needs blown up. Truck. Robo truck. Damn, I love this Skywalker gun, though. It's just so satisfying. Hello again. Wow, that goose didn't stand a chance. Take that, nature. Each of those trees have been going for over, like, 6,000 years. I am actually getting a little bit anxious to start playing some XCOM 2 again. I need to hurry up and finish that damn thing. Like I said, I don't know, I'm still in a place where, like, I feel like I'm not really in great recording shape or something. I don't know. I may or may not even need to be, as I've covered. But yeah, I'm just still struggling with all the stuff that we've already been over, and I don't really want to talk anymore about right now, you know? Shit's rough. I'll get there eventually. Just use clips from your stream, says Super. Probably could. It'll be like the playable Vinny in that frickin' yeah, Sonic kart game that got made. Like he goes off the tree, yeah, it's like the fucking marble it up scream is. Oh! There you go. We'll just make a whole voice bank out of that. Obviously, I can't imitate that scream at all, as we all just learned, but... you got the message. Doing pretty well on this level. It's a new ship behind you, Sensu. Oh, shit. Wow. I mentioned Vinny and then I vine blended something. I'm... shit. Alright, you know what? Stakes are low enough. I'll keep an eye out for it this time. Is there anything I should watch out for to be near it that it sprang out of, or...? That. Just a big, shiny and spinny, so just keep an eye out for it. I don't remember any special ship pickups, but there must have been some. I remember having a bigger selection. I should have at least noted, like, where it was in terms of stage completion. Yeah. Hacksaw truck. Robo truck. Leave no survivors. Excuse me. I watched a couple of classic Simpsons episodes earlier, and I think the hardest the show has made me laugh in the longest time was this simplest fucking gag. It was just during, like, everybody's just shoveling breakfast to their faces, and Homer just looks at his watch and just fucking screams. Like, not the regular huge, like, overreaction. He's like, ah! It's just, he, like, just keeps eating breakfast. I can't do it any justice. Like, out of all the intended jokes that this show wanted to be funny, Homer screaming at watch is what got me. Keeping an eye out for anything that looks like it might drop a ship. Nothing so far. Take that, life. You look like you could... Yep, there it is. Oh, it's the frickin' helicopter thing. I remember this thing, I think. Yeah, I don't know how that completely escaped my attention first time around. I suppose I could probably just add Tama to the game as like a pink robot. Do that, XCOM 2. There we go. Urgh. Julian voice, yeah, sure. Fuck. Are you kidding me? You are... God. Wow. Holy shit. Okay. I'm not alright with doing all that and not hitting a checkpoint. What the hell even hit me? Someone says long ass level and then corrects himself to say long loot level. Okay. Yeah, everybody's exploding. Wait a minute, does the harpoon gun keep firing even when I'm overheated? Also, fuck. Nope. I hallucinated that. Because I'm crazy. Wonder what he goes up to. Maybe Eco will magically appear if I say that Eco is good at math. That's how it works, right? Ugh. 37%. No problem. Like, actually kind of trying to be mindful of inbound badness now. Ugh. Cause of death run over by flying spacecraft. Sue says it's probably too HD for Eco. Wow. Ugh. 53%. You know, it's not like the two weapons on the rotary cage have to be the same weapon. But who can live with that kind of asymmetry? Oh, that. What, that like fucking transparent blue line is what annihilated me? Oh, right, yeah, the stream quality thing. Yeah, not too much I can do about that. Good, let's hit this checkpoint with no hull integrity left. Outstanding. Alright, it gave me some. That's very nice of it. Okay, so that's good game design. It doesn't completely lock you at this checkpoint. Maybe. Explodes. Yeah, I don't know. There seems to be something going on with Twitch lately. I don't know what that's about. Fuck's sake. There it goes. Ching. I saw Monkey's review on Steam for Krita, the little drawing program. Mentioned that it was free on the website. There's just like a paid version on Steam, but it says I'm the full mode. Seems like a pretty good drawing program, but I really like the pens. It has good pen settings. Gasp. If I were actually any good at drawing, this would be pretty good news. Kinda still struggling with that a little bit. I've gotten a little bit better at just not worrying about it too much and just plain doing the doodles for doodling's sake, but I don't know. Still, sometimes I try to draw and then, uh-oh. And is like, no, drawing is dope. Good. Time warp detected. Destroyed all ground enemies. Nice. My quest brought me to the strangest situation I've been in for years. I succeeded in breaking the pirate attack on Glutosian's capital, but the destruction of the running invasion gate had created some kind of time paradox hole that sucked my ship in. God knows where and when that weird cosmic phenomenon will spit me out. What? What's that shape at the end of the wormhole? I know this place. It's the FEX lab, but it looks different, untouched. Complex was pretty damaged back when I snuck in with a jetpack. Damaged by an unknown and powerful entity which had flown through and turned the place into one big mess? Now this can't be true. Yeah, remember from earlier in the game when we were stealing the ship and like it was from a top secret super weapon complex that moments prior had been just like completely obliterated by some extremely powerful high-tech craft that appeared and disappeared suddenly? Yeah, it was me. Secret weapon, the Punisher, is hidden in a flying latrine. Okay. Rakes. Bar. Because says, who shit talking me? I said you were good at math. No, you have to do my homework. Maximum hull. Maximum fly. Maximum shoot. Oh yeah, I have to try the galaxy thing. Eh? Wait, what sort of weapon? Okay, front mounted only, I guess. Oh, wow. Dude. I bet my bitrate loves this. Okay, I have to use it for this mission. I mean, just obviously. There we go. And I didn't sell my Kraken. Buddy, out of the goddamn way. I got a ship full of future, and a gun full of universe, and a head full of empty. Shit is ridiculous. And here, Rick and Morty thought it was a big deal that Rick used universes to power his car. Nope, using mine as a pure weapon. Oops. It says I was trying to model trees. It's 90 degrees and my brain cannot do. Now I know. A friend of mine, Raycaster's getting into Blender stuff. He's like just learning to use it. He's made a couple of pretty neat things already though. Good lord. Inverse donut. I'll have to see if that helicopter ship I picked up is actually any good. I don't really remember it. I remember it existing, that's about it. Oh man, if they like, Blender strikes me as like the last program that should change up its entire like interface and shortcut system. Whoopsie. Violators will be de-atomized. You will have all of your atoms removed. Like it says, they were criticized for like a decade for the terrible UI, so, alright, well, fair. But yeah, from the perspective of someone who uses it, that must be a big... This disc contains the universe boot up sequence. Do not alter at any circumstances. If you have any problems, please shut the universe down and restart. Microsoft God's Division. World-saving stuff sector. Hi, it's me. I'm saving the universe. Soup says, remember when Microsoft jokes were in vogue? You know what? No. Get the fish. Whole integrity critical. But I got the fish. Fucking A. Really? Yeah, this universe gun isn't so great. Alright, so be very careful when collecting fish. Yeah, we're in California. Eat California while collecting fish. Soup says I made him joke so bad it got muted. You said the word, didn't you? You know what you said. We don't use that kind of language around here, stranger. Eco says, it took me forever to realize all the companies in the 90s had soft in their names because of software. Yeah, you know, I think I was a late dawner on that realization, too. Alright, here we go. There we go. There we go. That's better. That's how you get fish. Oh my god. There we go. Ah, Soup, you're banned forever. Twice. I'm gonna have to, like, ban and then unban and then reban you. Just to make sure you're banned enough. This gun sort of sucks. Mod and then ban. Oh. Destroy all destroyables. Oh, I also broke the glass case on the Dictator, Quantum Devastator. Whoops. Was I warned about that in the pre-level text and I didn't read it? Or cows. Thought you can counter me with superhero generators, huh? Nope. Oh, well, that's convenient. We can just leave. Okay, back to regular space-time. Okay. Omnigun, thanks for your time. Pardon. Yeah, put the harpoon gun back on here. It's good. I got that. What else we got for missiles? Have you saved recently? I saved compulsively, yes. I don't know. Superhero generators just playing the best missiles, really. What if? Chronotron Riffle. There it is, there's the Riffle. Glad you made it back. Completely lost your trace when you disappeared into that energy roll after the destruction of the pirate invasion gate. What a great sentence. I want you want your report on the situation you went through, and our science department needs to have detailed information from you and the ship's computer to... Our mission is not shaping well. Intelligence is working on a plan B, as we have absolutely no idea about the next possible destination. But meanwhile, we cannot waste our precious time. We found a powerful weapon technology on an alien planet. We have to obtain it at any cost. Beware of the blue blasts shot by these guys. They hit hard and they are timed at your position when fired, okay? Yeah, I'll just stick with the harpooner. It's good gun. It does good shoot. Fucking hell. Ship is very fast now. That's good, probably. Oh yeah, I was gonna check out the helicopter ship, I forgot. We gotta research the rifle. I like how the whole reason I'm here blowing everything up is just like, we have to get this gun. I'm a federal hero, just go out there and just blow stuff up until you have the gun. Why would you even need any bomb other than Cauldron? What a great bunch of bombs. There was only like one guy in that building. Techfade says, I'm not sure if I like rifle or a revival better. Obviously a revival is the superior weapon. Revival. Yeah. Still funny. I miss our days of playing stuff like Borderlands, man. God damn it. Thing is, in Borderlands 1, I pretty much was using rifles the whole time. That's like one of the two styles of sniper rifle. It was like a pump-action revolver rifle. Pretty cool. Ow, what is hitting me? Up this. I'm a federal hero. I don't have to put up with this crap. Thickman says, in absentia of more multiplayer stuff, the streams are a nice alternative. Well, true. I would like to play Borderlands 3 at some point, but I think that's on the, maybe once I get a better computer list. I don't know what its specs are, I just assume that I would have a hard time with it. Have a trouble therewith. That was it. 20 minutes. Yeah. Actually kind of was in Two-Who mode for a second there, where I was just watching myself and the projectiles in front of my ship and not what I was shooting at. Oh, hi. Research completed. We can now make riffle. Excuse. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I try to suggest a multiplayer thing, you know, that's low investment, doesn't require, you know, campaign, story mode commitments, but the results with that are pretty mixed. We do need to play more Helldivers. We can get more out of that. I'm not done with Helldivers, I don't think. Nico's talking about Resistance 3, and I pretty much just have no idea what that is. Destroy all the ground enemies again. Oh dear. I've returned to the mothership, but no good news was awaiting me. That stubborn, naive Ms. Von Hamburger found her pirate to negotiate with, and things turned ugly. Har har har, you poor little bastard. Maybe you killed that imbecile brass-head Krutor. Maybe you wrecked our U-boat mothership. But you'll never find the master. Terrible Lord Chaos will be built soon, and his shot will shake the very basis of the universe. Har har har. But until then, we have some unfinished business, haven't we? I've captured that sweet little poodle of yours, and I'm going to have some bloody juicy fun with her. Gross, gross, gross. You want her in one piece? Come for her. Maybe we'll be here on time. Har har har. I was so foolish. I'm so terribly sorry. Listen, don't listen to that sadistic heap of slime. Don't take his challenge. I'm lost anyway. You have to proceed to the investigation, find my father, and destroy the cannon before it's too late. Gasp. Gasp. Slasp. Clasp. Howdy bar. Extradite. Those guys get to be worth pretty good money. Okay, what are we doing? What else do we have for guns? Okay, here's the Chronotron Rifle, which is hellaciously expensive. But, yeah, geez, still can't even afford. What if I just sold bombs? We don't need bombs on every mission. Another 700 grand to upgrade. Good math, Zeor. Right, you can't upgrade the jetpack. Give it a shot. Yeah, well, Chronotron Rifle. Seems to be working pretty well. Just really jamming out here. No problem. Chronotron Rifle's pretty good. Excuse. Soldier, as you know, our investigation reached a dead end. Our prognostic and planning department examined all possible scenarios, and they prepared an extremely risky plan. The head of the department will tell you the details in your next mission. I wish you luck. We trust in your skill and courage. Our department created a suicidal plan for you, but we can't be choosy right now, can we? In a distant, vacant sector of the galaxy, there exists remnants of a spoilt governmental facility to create an omniscient supercomputer, and it has the designed ability, but it's totally out of control due to its overboosted intelligence potential. But in short, it's totally crazy. You have to go there, give it data about our mission, and force it to calculate the position of the quantum cannon. Be careful. I doubt the supercomputer will cooperate without proper application of extensive violence. You weren't listening, were you? I told you to proceed in your investigation and leave me behind and you did things your own way again. I'm not taking orders from you, lady. You sending my checks? Fuck up. Be if I save your ass again. Oh, there you got it. JC Superstar. 300 liters of excellent barf original included for free. Sandman. Sandman, maybe... You know, maybe not Sandman. Maybe just upgrades. Is there anything else upgradable? There we go. Super nanites. Mini heat a lot. Nice. I really like this music track in particular. This is a good one. Splat. Good. We're doing it. Ah! Really sucks that I sold that Zion emitter. Whatever it was called. Zion wave gun. Wait for it. Wait for it. Stop waiting. Jesus, this weapon is good. Oh, good. Finally take care of all the dust on my ship. Another case where, you know, I didn't really take that for a background element at first glance. Dog. Dog game. Dog stream. The nanites have already fully healed me. Pretty good. I gotta rumble. Oops. Yep, I think I'm overcome. I'm on the down slope of this game's difficulty curve. You reach a certain point where you just become like grotesquely powerful. I keep forgetting I was going to check out that other ship. Because as Zeor finally got good at game. Whoa! Damn, nice. Zambalaya plays DMC too! Ah. Zangetsu. Dagrius. Nanites are pretty good, really. Grg. It's a good thing we're at about wrapping up time. It's all starting to bounce off my eyeballs a little bit here. One can only jets and guns. One can only take so many jets and guns at a time, you know? Please gun and jet responsibly. Bug in face. Wish to kill. Cannot reach killer. No, that's cool. Don't worry about it. You're good. Nobody's required to view my dumbass streams. As ever, I love everybody who does. Okay, I love most people who do. Okay, I like some people. Some people are okay. Gasp, it's the wall of not flesh. Is Sergi's piloting this thing? Whoa! I actually read some lore, like some little-known Mega Man lore. Remember in that dude in X6 who was probably just a reincarnation of Wily? I Suck, the dude with the paper towel dispenser on his head? So, apparently, was Sergi's in X2. Like, I don't remember exactly what they found that said that, but yeah, apparently he was the same thing. He was just, like, far more intimately knowledgeable about Zero than he should have been. I am the Fartchitect. You nearly destroyed me, but I have nothing but a virtual image of my creator. Poor fat programmer who ate too much pizza sitting every night in front of a monitor without any chance to get a real girl. Spare my miserable existence and I will use my forecast functions to extrapolate yada yada. Oh shit. God damn it, you killed me with your dumb reading. Or did you? Don't tell me I have to kill these damn things. Good, good. Did you get the fat nerd joke? That was funny. Haha, man is virgin. Good. Okay, no problem. We just have to not die this time. That's all. Ika says, I'm a short artist, I'm an outsider here. Not as much as you think. I am not an especially large person by any dimension, either. Well, I'm not as real skinny as I used to be, but yeah, I'm only like 5'8"-ish. I'm pretty short. I forget what it says on my license. I might actually be 5'7" legally. It says 5'7" bros. Yeah, there we go. We gotta stick together. None of us are too short if we were all the same height. Right? Someone says small but perfectly voiced. I'll take it, thank you. I have shown my face on stream before. Brother's about my height, says 5'9"-ish. Yeah, I don't think I'm 5'7", but, you know, right around there. Not very tall is what I'm saying. The strike against the supercomputer was a wild and hazardous step, but it was worth it. We finally found the scientific complex hidden in an asteroid field where the enemy's research on quantum cannon took place. We have confirmed presence of the professor. The whole lab complex is very resistant to bombing, as a major hit of the buildings was built inside the asteroids. We have to hit the reactor coolant system under the main structure to annihilate this place down to the last atom. Maybe I'll keep going, because we might actually be pretty close to the end here. Cat says I'll just slouch a little. Thanks, we appreciate that. Oh shit. Oh wow. It shoots diagonal ways now. What about that sun ray? Do I have that yet? Yeah, there it is. It's available. Very expensive. $400,000, yeah. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. Airworm Hypercopter. Hypercopter is a vehicle altered to be able to movement in higher speed. Ship is very strong, suitable to survive. 4 front weapons, a rear weapon. Oh wow, you can extremely arm this thing. Look at that. Well, that's about as Zeor as we're gonna get. No cooling upgrades, no mobility upgrades. Soup says, well, I'm 6'1". No shit. How'd you pull that off? It's not allowed. He just says sex crimes. Oh yeah, I need bombs for this mission, don't I? Cauldron's too expensive. Give it a shot. Oh shit, son. Death from above. She can barely hear over how much ass I'm kicking. Dude had a point. Jesus. Said I wasn't going to, but I am going to. We need to get Eco into some worms WMD sometime soon. Just like throw him in the back of a truck to speed up, play some worms. Eco confirms yes, just like that. So much heating. Cannot upgrade heats. Helicopter does not speak such upgrades. God, this music is so fucking good. Oh shit. You could make an eco mask. And I'm here to tell you it's honestly rather easy. You just need like a transparent PNG in the right size. Yeah, I showed you the ones I made. Team 17 actually featured one of them. I was much proud. I was thinking of making one for cats too, but I didn't get around to it. Just making like a Dungeon Quest slime pet, you know what I mean? I could do that. I don't remember where I came up with the template that I used. I might still have it. So I'll send it to you. You definitely want that template so it lines up right, you know? Yeah, this thing is... These weapons are throwing off a little bit too much heat for this chopper. Might be better to put machine guns on the rotary cage. Did I say Dungeon Quest? You know what I mean. Dungeon Quest. Dungeon Quest sounds like the royalty-free, like, video game name that you would put in some made-for-TV movie, you know what I mean? Where are you, character? I was playing Dungeon Quest. You sure do love that video game. Good. Raid Dungeon Legend Zip. That's it. We all love them their video games. What's going on with this? This is a unlock of some sort. Get it! I can't reach. All right, hold on. So, how about if instead of Skywalkers, where are the old super killers? Really just plain not go wrong with the super killers. There we go. Unless you do. Shit. I must upgrade super kill as muchly as possible ways. This put me right back to a point in the game where, like, I can hardly afford to be as deadly as I want. Alright, how am I doing? Cripes, that's expensive. There we go, that should work. Now where is... we can get... Terra Animator. Extreme Destruction. I'd probably be here for too long if I tried to beat the game right now. I don't know. I'm gonna give this one more shot. If I die again here, I won't eat up too much more of our time. Why can't I think good? Where's the... Can I not afford the thing? The Stream Brain Maximum. Not the tornado. Not the... Where's the auto track except laser? I don't think I can afford it. I'm looking at everything with it. This is in my price range. Sandman, that was it. 3, yeah, nope. There we go. Cannot afford Max Rec Screen Brain. Okay. That's more better. Kind of. Yeah, you can see the difference in firepower, kind of. Okay, no, it's fine. This song is just the theme song of, oh boy, you better not get in my fucking way right now. Good. Thanks, team. Signed out of friends in chat. Outstanding. I really appreciate you ejecting me out of this Steam game I was playing to let me know that I had to sign back into friends for no good fucking reason. Thank you. My stream viewers and I truly thank Steam in all of its great qualities from the bottoms of our many hearts. Fucking idiots. I have some grievances with Valve and Steam, if I'm honest. Not too severe ones, but they're there. For a second I was like, this isn't even a Steam game. Like, oh yeah, wait, it is, yeah. It wasn't when I first played it, but it made it through Greenlight. Fucking hell. Which game was that, Eco? Don't remember that. Success was that company, Valve. Nice. Valley of the Gods. Not ringing a bell for me. Campo Santo, the Firewatch devs, according to TechBay, who I figured probably would know about something like this. Yeah, if I fail at this stage too many more times, we'll just wrap it. I'm already over my usual time. But I also spent the first few minutes of the stream screwing around with AI dungeons, so giving you some time back. Ugh. The hitbox of this helicopter ship is, like, huge. I'm not used to that. Right, so get that. It's a weapon. Don't know what weapon. There it is. What is it? It's the fish. It's the bat. Legendary brutal ball stick of Rufus the Decapitator. Power of the weapon is beyond understanding, but its ridiculous reach makes it almost useless in combat. However, you will be 37.182% more cool with this weapon equipped. Alright, good. Now we have that. Yeah, I might have to switch back to the other ship. Helicopter doesn't seem altogether practical. Yeah, we're gonna go and wrap this. I'm gonna switch back to it now before I forget. Because I will. A little loopy. Don't know. Do not sell. Just downgrade. Get money back. There we go. Ching, ka-ching. Down. Just gonna go ahead and mock up what's probably going to be a good loadout for next time. But I'm gonna give it a rest. Probably won't spend the whole 3 hours on it next time. I don't think there's that much game left. Skywalkers. There we go. There we go. And where is it? Where are you? Sunray. I do remember being really good. Okay. Sandman. Good enough. Alright. Thanks for watching, everyone. I really, as ever, thank you from the bottom of my gross, greasy little heart for coming to view my streams and whatnots. TechMate says the unevenness as the checkpointing is part of what threw me off this game eventually. Yeah, I did complain about that at one point during this stream. Yep. I'm not gonna, belabor the sign off too much this time, but, I'll see you again Thursday. Do some more jets, more guns, probably some filler content of some sort. Whenever, like I said, I doubt there's 3 hours of the game left, really, but we'll see. That's all I got for you. Thanks for being here. Hope to see you again next stream. I'm just gonna lie down and die. Goodbye, world. Bleh.